Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new video on AJ's Gaming. We have got WWE 2K24 for the PlayStation 5, and today's video we are going to look at the full roster, all unlocked, and then we'll also have a look at see what teams they've put into this year's game. So let's get over to roster. And let's have a look at superstars. So, yes, we've got to start off with AJ Styles. We've got my creation, me, AJ Webb, before I become Mr. Showtime. And that's a thing that I've always been ever since I've been playing WWE games since you had to put them into on a cassette and you had to load it up twice on both sides of the cassette. That's how long I've been playing wrestling games. Um, but the first time I created a wrestler was in a WWE Raw, the one before Attitude. Um, I can't remember. Did I create a wrestler for that? I think I did, which would have been Mr. Showtime. I've always been Mr. Showtime since then. Attitude, all the SmackDown down games on the PlayStation. I've always been Mr. Showtime. So, and here we are in WWE 2K24. So that's how I'm starting off with. Tattoos will be added, attire will be changed. This is just my starting off attire. We got Akui Tosawa. We've got Alba Fire. We've got Alexa Bliss. Andre Chase. Andre the Giant, who's locked behind showcase mode. You see main manager Bobby the Brain Enum. Free last year, locked behind showcase mode this year. And if you've got the 40 years of WrestleMania edition, then you can get all the showcase stuff unlocked without actually going through it. Angel Garza, Angelo Dawkins, Apollo Crews, Ashante the Adonis. I keep saying her name, man. I keep saying Usaka. It's not Usaka, isn't it? Ah, why do I keep getting her name wrong? I want to say I keep saying Usaka. It's not Usaka, is it? Um, ah, I'm gonna have to look up how to pronounce her name properly now. Um, I'm quickly going to YouTube on my phone. Turn up the volume so I can hear it. Put it into my phone. Oh, that's my alarm. Ignore that. I can't even say her name right now.
The brand new WWE Women's Championship. If I could have the Raw Championship, please.
Is he gonna say her name?
It is beautiful, Cole.
That's not gonna say her name, is it? That when she joined Damage Control.
Bianca trying to make a tag to Oscar.
Oscar, that's it. Oscar. It's Oscar, isn't it? Oscar. I don't know why I keep saying Usaka. It's Oscar. That's it. I'm terrible. I am. We got Austin Theory. You got Just a Kid in Axum. Anyone who knew Axum's previous gimmick will get that reference. We've got the waste of space that is Bad Bunny. That could be actually used for an actual wrestler. A Baron Corbin. Batista. Got Bailey. We got Becky Lynch. We got Becky Lynch 2019. Is there an alternative for Becky? No. We got an up-to-date Beth Phoenix. Now, I was afraid that we wouldn't get Beth Phoenix with Edge now in AEW. I thought we wouldn't have Beth, but we have. She still must be under a Legends contract with WWE, and it's an updated version. They've put an updated model in, which is absolutely brilliant. We got Bianca Belair. We got Bianca Belair 17. Is there more than one Bianca? I thought there was more than one Bianca Belair. I'm sure there is. You got Bianca Belair 17, and she looks basically the same. They could have had Bianca Belair 17 as an alternative attire because it's not like she's changed gimmick. It's not like she looks different. She looks exactly the same. They could have used it as an alternative attire, and then it would saved another wrestling slot that they could put another wrestler in. Big Boss Man. Again, they should have had is. I like that they've got the classic Big Boss Man in. I love that because I love the theme tune. They love the entrance music to it. But I would like to have seen the Big Boss Man from the Attitude Era as an alternative attire as well. We got Big E. We got Blair Davenport. We got Bobby Lashley. The Boogeyman. We got Booker T. Saka. We got Braun Strowman. Is he? I thought he'd left the company again. We ain't seen him in ages. He must be off injured or something. I'm guessing, but we ain't seen him in ages. We got Bray Wyatt. We got Bray Wyatt 20. We got Bray Wyatt 20 NWO, which means do we have the Wolfpack music in the game? Would that mean because he's got the black and white, the Wolfpack NWO logo there? So I'm hoping that means we got the Wolfpack music back into WWE. And because I've already checked the music, I know that's true. So I don't. Why am I saying I hope? I know it's true. I forget. So yes, we've got the NWO Wolfpack music back in the game. Brilliant. Bray Wyatt 20 Saturday Night Main Event version. Got Bret the Hitman Hart, and we got Bret the Hitman Hart 1992. Main manager for Bret Hart is Jimmy Anvil Neidhart. This is both a lot beyond showcase mode, by the way. Even though Bret Hart was free last year, this time he's a lot beyond showcase. Unless you've got the WrestleMania 40 edition, of course. Again, there's not a lot of difference between Bret Hart 92 and Bret Hart. They could have had Bret Hart 92 as an alternative attire to Bret the Hitman Hart. Why not just use it? Again, it would save space and just have it as an alternative attire. We've got the British Bulldog, Davy Boy Smith. We got Bron Breakker. We got Bronson Reed, Brooks Jensen, Bruno Sammartino, Brutus Creed. We've got Butch, Cactus Jack, Cameron Grimes. We've got Candice LeRae. We've got Carmella. We've got Kamala Hayes, Cedric Alexandra, Chad Cable, Channing Stacks Lorenzo. We've got Charlotte Flair. We've got Charlotte Flair 19. Again, it's another one that the showcase version could have been an alternative attire. There is no difference between Charlotte. She looks exactly the same. Maybe the hair's a little bit different, but it could have been an alternative attire and saves another slot and could have put in another wrestler. We've got Chelsea Green, China, the eighth wonder of the world. We've got Cody Rhodes. No alternative attires. Okay. We've got Cora Jade. We've got Cruz del Toro, Dakota Kai, Damian Priest. We've got Damian Kemp, Dexter Loomis. We've got Big Daddy called Diesel that is locked behind showcase mode. Although he was free last year. We got Dijak. We got Dirty Dominic Mysterio. We got Doink the Clown, Drew Gulak, Drew McIntyre, Dude Love, Duke Hudson, Dusty Rhodes, Eddie Guerrero is locked behind showcase mode. Eddie Guerrero 97. Elite Cody Rhodes. That comes with the MyFaction. I've already set up MyFaction because I was unlocking the cards that you get with all the packs, with all the different editions that you get. So I've already unlocked him and you can use him in gameplay. And speaking of MyFaction, if you go to the locker codes and you type in, I wrote it down here, which I'll do later, Your Story 2K24 by April 1st, not only will you get 1,500 virtual currency, but you will get the Mattel John Cena Persona card, which means you'll get the John Cena action figure to play in all modes. So you could actually do as you did as a kid, and you could have two wrestling figures fighting in the ring with Cody Rhodes and John Cena. How many people remember playing with action figures when you didn't have games like this? I did. I went through two different phases of action figures. I had the original action figures from the 80s, late 80s, early 90s. My late stepdad, God rest his soul, um, every Christmas used to take me to Toys R Us. No, every birthday used to take me to Toys R Us, and I'd pick out a bunch of wrestling figures. And at Christmas, I'd also get a bunch of wrestling figures. I had a WWE ring as well. The one person I could never get though was Shawn Michaels, my favourite. I could never get Shawn Michaels. I was really disappointed. During the later part, I got the Rocker Shawn Michaels. I had the Rocker Mighty Jannetty, but I did manage to get the Rocker Shawn Michaels. But I could never get the Heartbreak Kid Shawn Michaels, which the attire was close to what's in game now. We got MyFaction content that will come out. I'm hoping that's not, you know, hopefully there'll be more than just the one, and hopefully it's not just someone that starts with E. I don't want it to be. I don't want it to be limited, so there's only a few. I know it won't be everyone, but I'm hoping it'll be more than just a few. But there's one there, so I'm just going to count on my fingers how many there is. So there's one. Elton Prince, Eric Bischoff, Eric, Eve Torres, Farouk, Fallon Henley, The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, Finn Balor, George the Animal Steel, Gigi Dolan. And I've always said, she always reminds me of Paige. It's just like you could put her and Paige together and you'd think they're twins. Easily. I said this when she was in that faction with Mandy Rose and I think it's JC in it. JC or something, or Josie something. When they're in the faction, I always said if she had dark black hair, she'd be a spitting image of Paige, who is now in AEW. So it's a shame Paige's not in WWE still, because I'd put them two as a tag team. We got Giovanni Vinci. We got Grayson Waller. We got Gunther. We got Harley Race. We got Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Or just Hollywood Hogan. Brah. We got Hulk Hogan. We got Hulk Hogan 2002. That Hulk Hogan is locked behind showcase mode. We got Humberto Carrillo. We got the Hurricane. We got another MyFaction there. That's two. We got Ilya Dragunov. Indy Hartwell. We got Eliza Dawn joining her tag team partner this year, Alba Fire. Alba Fire was in last year's game, but unfortunately Eliza Dawn wasn't. But she is this year. So it helps stack up the women's tag team division. We got Ivar. We got Ivan Nile. We got Io Sky. We got JC Jane. That's her name, JC Jane. We got Jake the Snake Roberts. We got JBL. JD McDonough. We got Jerry the King Lawler. We got Jay Uso. Main event Jay Uso. We got Jim the Anvil Neidhart. We got Jimmy Uso. We've got Jinder Mahal. We've got Joaquin Wild. We've got Joe Gofi. We've got Joe Gacy. We've got John Cena. John Cena 20 from Showcase Mode. John Cena 20 Duck. We got John Cena 20 NWO. We got John Cena 20 Saturday Night Main Event. We got John Cena 20 WrestleMania 30. We got John Cena 20 2002. Doesn't look like we got the prototype in there from last year's. That's not from the prototype, in case people tried to correct me. This is from when John Cena debuted in WWE. But again, this is all John Cena from 2020 in the Firefly Funhouse, but wearing his old different attires there for showcase mode for the Firefly Funhouse. We got Johnny Gargano, Josh Briggs, Julius Creed, Kane 2008. I wish they had classic Kane from the Attitude Era from 1997 or 98 or 99. I wish we had that version of Kane. Carl Anderson, Kirian Cross, Katana Chance, Katana Kaiden Carter, sorry. So that's Katana Chance. And that's Caden Carter, sorry. We got the return of Ken Shamrock, who we've not seen it since the WWE games. And you can unlock him through showcase missions. I don't know why the crowd reaction is boo. Because if it's from around this time, from when he joined, from WrestleMania 13 onwards, he was cheered. People didn't boo him until he joined the corporation. So, and then he left the corporation when it became the corporate ministry, and he became part of the union. So why they put him as a heel at this one, I don't know. Kevin Nash. There's only one Kevin Nash, so they've got rid of Kevin Nash NWO from the NWO pack that we got a few years ago. Interesting. Kevin Owens, Kit Wilson, Kofi Kingston, Kurt Angle locked behind showcase mode, even though there's no alternative. I don't know if it shows alternative attires here or not, so we'll have to look. Team Angle there, so it's from the Team Angle days. But again, locked behind showcase mode. LA Knight, yeah! Lita, and an up-to-date model of Lita as well. It's about time. We've not had an up-to-date model of Lita in ages, so they've updated her model and the render, so that's brilliant. We got Liv Morgan. We got Logan Paul, the current WWE United States Champion. We got Ludwig Kaiser. We've got Luke Gallows. We got the Macho Man, Randy Savage. Ooh, yeah! From Showcase Mode. Now, I know there's different Macho Man attires because there's 2 matches from him, but that's not in there at the moment. And of course, the 40 years of 40 years of WrestleMania pack. If you get that, you'll also get the Macho King, Randy Savage. Oh yeah, from WrestleMania 6. I don't understand why we can't get them straight away. I can understand them holding back the WrestleMania 40 arena until a later date because, of course, we ain't have WrestleMania 40 yet, so I understand that. But I don't understand why we can't have the alternative attires from the WrestleMania Pack 40 straight away as well. Will it be a alternative attire for Macho Man Randy Savage, or will it be a separate model? That'll be interesting to find out soon. We got Mankind Mick Foley. It looks like it's his Attitude Era version with the white shirt. Would have loved it if, as an alternative version, they gave us Mankind when he first debuted as well. That would have been cool. We got Mark Kofi. We got Maurice. We got Maxine Dupree. We've got Meechin. We've got the Mighty Molly. We got the Miz. And we got Molly Holly. Now I know people will be. It's an up-to-date version. It's not the classic version when she had blonde hair. And I know people will go, well, why aren't you complaining about them two are not together as an alternative reality? Alternative reality as alternative attires. And that's because it's 2 different characters. Mighty Molly and Molly Holly were 2 different characters, which is why they are separate, which is why I don't mind them being separate, like the Mick Foley ones, where you've got Mankind, you've got Dude Love, and I'm guessing you've got, I'm sure I saw it, that you've got Cactus Jack. Yeah, we've already seen Cactus Jack, haven't we? We've got Cactus Jack as well. It's 3 different characters with 3 different themes, and I think the movesets are slightly different as well. And they've paired her up with the Hurricane with this one, main manager, the Hurricane. Even though she had nothing to do with the Hurricane by this point. She came back for one of the Women's Royal Rumbles as Mighty Molly, and then she came back as Molly Holly as well in another one. Or it was the other way around, that she came back as Molly Holly, and then she came as Mighty Molly. So one or the other. She was also in story mode going out with Spike Dudley as well, if I remember correctly. Because you had this whole feud between the Dudleys and the Hollies. And we're getting the Dudleys in a DLC pack. Unfortunately, we're not getting Spike, which is a shame. We've got Montez Ford. And yeah, he got his glove. It doesn't look like he's got his glove. I'm looking at it. It doesn't look like he's got a glove. He normally has a sparkly glove on one hand. I always wanted, I always want to know, is that like in tribute to Michael Jackson? Is he a Michael Jackson fan? I am. I'm a huge Michael Jackson fan. And I hope someone does the Michael Jackson logo in the tattoos, so then I can put it onto my created wrestler. So if anybody's listening and they do like creation stuff for community creations, if you could do the Michael Jackson logo as a tattoo and put it in the community creations, I'd absolutely love that. We got Muhammad Ali. We got MVP, Natalia, Nathan Frazier, Nikki Cross, back to her normal crazy gimmick, which I absolutely loved. I mean, I didn't mind her as Nikki ASH, almost a superhero, because she won the tag title, she won the women's title, but I do love her crazy unhinged persona like she was originally. Nikki, of course, from Scotland. Hopefully, they do something. We ain't seen her much. She has been cropping up here and there, um, stalking, I think it was Candice LeRae, and then just appearing randomly in the background as well. So hopefully they do something with Nikki soon and give her like a proper run with the women's title as well. That would be absolutely amazing. I think she won the women's tag title with the other Scottish one as well. Pippin Niven, Pippin Niven, I think it was, when she was as Dewdrop. So I think she won the women's titles there as well. But don't quote me on that. We got Nikita Leon, Nikita Leons, Nomada, Omos. We got Otis. We got Piper Niven. There you go. We got our Truth. We got Randy Orton. Randy Orton 02. Randy Orton 15. I can understand why they've done that separately because if you look at Randy Orton 2, he does look different to Randy Orton 2015, which is unlocked beyond showcase mode, and then looks completely different because he's a lot older, hasn't got the beard and that, to Randy Orton of present day. We've got Raquel Rodriguez. We've got Ravishing and Rick Rude. Wrong render though, because he's got his hair quite slicked back there. But in WrestleMania 5, when he faced the Ultimate Warrior, his hair was a lot more curlier, so they should have done the right render, to be honest. We got the bad guy, Razor Ramon, who's locked behind Showcase. Absolutely free last year, behind Showcase. Why is it a game? Why is the crowd reaction boo? Why are they booing him? At WrestleMania 10, he was a good guy, so they were cheering him. So his crowd reaction should be cheer. Now, why this annoys me is because they keep saying that the creators, the people that do this in 2K, are WWE fans. And I put that in inverted commas. I know it's a silly thing to get mad over, but when they say they're WWE fans, but then they get so many things wrong, it does get frustrating. Now, the Razor Ramon they got, which is from it's Beyond Showcase mode, is WrestleMania 10. Razor Ramon was a face. Shawn Michaels was the bad guy. Razor Ramon was the good guy. So, Razor Ramon should be his thing should be crowd reaction should be cheer because he was a good guy. Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio Jr. No, it's not his son. This is just what Rey Mysterio was known as in WCW. When he came to WWE, I think it's still Rey Mysterio Jr. for a little bit, but then they dropped the Junior bit and it's just Rey Mysterio. We got Rhea Ripley. We got Mummy Rhea Ripley. And then we've got Rhea Ripley 2017. And what a change. If you look at Rhea there when she first joined WWE, and then you see Rhea there as well, big change. She totally reinvented herself as she went along. Because when she joined the main roster, she chopped off her hair, but it was still blonde. But she had it shorter. And then she got into this more darker look when she joined as she went along, and then dyed her hair black when she joined Judgment Day. There should be another Rhea Ripley. I'm gonna have to look because there is another alternative attire to Rhea Ripley. I do know that, so I don't know where it is. I'll have a look. So we got Rhea Ripley 17 as well there. We got Rick Steiner. We got Ricky the Dragon Steamboat again. It's the wrong render. The dragon did not have those dragon wings things. That attire is from when he returned to WWE in the early 90s. That is not the attire he wore for WrestleMania. So unless they've given him two attires, the WrestleMania 3 attire and a later 90s attire, then okay, that I can understand. But if they haven't, then that's the wrong attire, because that's when he used to spit fire, do that fire thing um, that he used to do in his entrance. At WrestleMania 3, he used to come down wearing I think it was like a judo or karate kind of coat thing. Don't know what they're called. But yeah, that's what he wore down to WrestleMania 3. He didn't wear the dragon stuff. That was much later when he returned in the early 90s. So again, completely wrong. If it's if they've got two attires for him, then okay, that's fine. But if they haven't, then yeah, that's completely wrong. They've got to put the right renders in there. We got Ricochet, who doesn't like me ranting. He said, "Look, you're ranting about Dragon. I'm here. Why aren't you talking about me?" Well, there ain't much to talk about here, to be honest. To be fair, but yeah, we got Ricochet there, an amazing athlete, by the way. Oh, I'll press the one bar. Yeah, amazing athlete. Ricochet is. Should definitely have a run with the United States or IC title. We got Ridge Holland. We got Rikishi. We got Rob Van Dam. We got Robert Roode. We've got The Rock. We got The Rocco One. Although, to be honest, it looks more like Rock from 2000. I think they've done it a year earlier from that render. A lot behind showcase mode, of course. We've got Roman Reigns, head of the table. We got Roman Reigns 2015. A lot behind showcase mode. And what's funny is it says crowd reaction cheer. But yeah, nobody was cheering Roman Reigns in 2015. We were all booing him. And not because he was a bad wrestler or anything. Yes, he sucked on promos back then. He's brilliant now, but he sucked back then on promos. But because WWE was trying to force him down everybody's throats as the next big thing, and as a face, where if you looked at him the way he talked and that, you could tell that he made a much better heel. And now that he's a heel, people love to hate him. People hated him here because he was being forced down people's throats, just didn't like him. But when he came back as a heel, it was the perfect gimmick for him. It fitted him to a T. It fits him well. His attitude and everything. It worked, and now it works, and now people love to hate him because he's a bad guy. People love to boo him. Some people cheer him as well, but the character works for him. Yes, it would help if he wrestled a bit more than the selective dates that he did, especially since he's the champion. But he is much better for him, and I think it's a much better character now that he's head of the table. Roman Reigns, absolutely much better. We got Ronda Rousey, who's stuck behind showcase mode as well, who was free last year. We got Roddy Piper, who's locked behind showcase as well, who was also free last year. Again, they've got crowd reaction booing. Um, since this is the WrestleMania 8 Roddy Piper, he was the Intercontinental Champion. He defeated the Mountie, like 2 days before Royal Rumble, because the Mountie defeated Bret Hart. No, sorry, 2 days before the Royal Rumble, he beat the Mountie because Bret Hart was ill. I think originally it was meant to be Bret Hart v Roddy Piper. Roddy Piper was going to be Bret, and then drop it back to him at WrestleMania, but he was ill, so Bret lost to the Mountie. Then the Mountie lost it to Roddy Piper 2 days later, and then Roddy Piper dropped it to Bret Hart. It was face versus face, good guy versus good guy. So again, why'd they put crowd reaction to boo? It should be cheer because it was good guy versus good guy. I'm convinced if they'd done a SummerSlam showcase and you had Bret Hart versus the British Bulldog, I'm guessing. Excuse me, sorry. I'm guessing they'd have Bulldog or Brett with crowd reaction as boo for some reason, because it seems how inept they are. You should really have an actual WWE fan check all this. Hit me up. I've been watching WWE since the late 80s, and I know my WWE history from the 80s onwards, so, hit me up before you release WWE 2K25. Right, is this version of this character, do they boo him or do they cheer him? This character's from this time, were they booing or cheering him? Is this the right render for them? And I'll put you all straight, right? And I'll do that for free. A free copy of WWE 2K25, and I'll put you straight for all that. We got Roxanne Perez. We got Sami Zayn. We got Sanga. I do apologise if I pronounce that right. We got Santos Escobar in the LWO. Of course, he's not in the LWO anymore. He's gone back to his old group name, and he's with Alberto Carrillo and his cousin. So they're together now. We got Scarlett, who's an actual playable character this year. We've got Scott Hall. No Scott Hall NWO, just the normal Scott Hall. We got Scott Steiner. And I know this is going to annoy a lot of people, but we don't want Scott Steiner from the Steiner brothers. We want a big Papa Pump Scott Steiner. Now, I know they'll say, well, we got Rick Steiner. It wouldn't match up. Well, if you done Big Papa Pump from 1999, Rick Steiner was also a heel back then as well. So you could still have the Steiner brothers as heels from 1999. No offense to Scott Steiner as the Steiner brothers in the 80s and 90s, up to the mid 90s, but he was quite boring. He was a brilliant wrestler, no doubt, but he was very boring. He didn't have much personality or much talk on the microphone, no good at promos. Excuse me. When he became Big Papa Pump, that is when he started becoming a star. That's when he started, being semi-good on promos, because he did ramble quite inherently sometimes. People that know Steiner maths knows that from TNA. But yeah, even if they should have given us Big Papa Pump. That's what everybody wants. Hopefully, he's one of the ones that is on MyFaction and is gonna be, you'd be able to unlock him from MyFaction. Hopefully. We got Scriptus. I think that's right, Scriptus. The artist formerly known as Reggie or Reginald as well, the sommelier. I think that's what they called him. I think it was Reginald, the sommelier, Reginald, when he was with Carmella. And then when he was running around for the 24/7 title, which was Reggie. And now he's Scriptus, whatever that means. We got Seth freaking Rollins, the World Heavyweight Champion, of course. It's stupid that they've not joined the World Heavyweight Champion legacy to that of the original World Heavyweight Championship, and they've just started it again. They should have kept it as the original legacy. In fact, the belt's not too bad, but they should have just brought back the World Heavyweight Championship belt, really, shouldn't they? Another MyFaction unlockable there. It's sandwiched between Seth freaking Rollins and Seth Rollins 15, so I'm guessing that could be another Seth Rollins. We've got Seth Rollins 15, of course. We've got Shane McMahon. We've got Shawn Michaels. We've got Shawn Michaels 05. We've got Shawn Michaels 09. And we've got Shawn Michaels 1994. And again, that's the wrong attire for WrestleMania 10. And they've got him as cheer. The crowd is cheer. No. Shawn Michaels was the bad guy in 1994 at WrestleMania 10. Razor Ramon was the good guy. Shawn Michaels was the bad guy. Wow. And it says tag team, two dudes with attitude. No! They were not known as the two dudes with attitude back then. Diesel wasn't even wrestling at WrestleMania 10. He was just managing Shawn. They didn't become the Two Dudes with Attitude until 1990, late 95, when Shawn Michaels was the Intercontinental Champion and Diesel was the WWE Champion, and then they won the Tag Team Champions. That is when they became the Two Dudes with Attitudes. Fire the person that does this, because clearly they don't know their WWE history. I was hoping we'd get one of those MyFaction things there as well, and we'd get like a DX Shawn Michaels. Speaking of DX, no, the DX music is not in the game again this year. 2 years running, no D-Generation X music, which is mind blowing because DX, the music, I'm pretty sure, is owned by WWE, even though it was a different group that sang it. They didn't write it, and they done it, and WWE got them to sing it, so it should still be under copyright to WWE. So WWE should still be able to use it, which I'm sure they have, because I'm sure they've used DX music last year at some point, or the year before, and it's not in the game again, which is annoying because as part of my group, the group I make, one of my groups I join is D-Generation X, and I've like a DX kind of green attire for my wrestler. So yeah, I'm really annoyed about that. That should be in the game. DX music in the game. And what annoys me as well is 2 years ago you had the NWO pack to celebrate 20 years of the NWO, a WCW created faction. And a year later, it was the 25th anniversary of D-Generation X, a WWE or then WWF created faction. But we didn't get no DX pack. We didn't get no 20 years of anniversary DX pack. It was totally ignored. So it's right to have a WCW created faction celebrated for 20 years, but it was not alright to celebrate D-Generation X a year later. What's up with that? Totally wrong. So I'm ranting a lot, aren't I? Shayna Baszler, Sheamus. And yes, I unlocked Sheamus 09 from MyFaction. Why? Why is it separate? I mean, why even do Sheamus as a MyFaction unlockable to use on all modes? No offense to Sheamus, but it's the same. Apart from the armbands, it's the same. Maybe his hair's a little darker in the normal one, but it's completely the same. That is a complete waste. A complete waste. And again, instead of taking up a spot, it should just be within Sheamus, and it should be just, instead of another unlockable, it should be just an alternative attire. Sensei Nakamura, Shotzi. I'm glad they got this version of Shotzi in because I loved her when she had her spike green hair like that. It just suits her. I mean, the shorter green hair and the long green hair suits her as well, but the spiky green hair absolutely suits her. I wish they'd do more with Shotzi because she is so talented. I'd love to see her with the women's world title, whether that be the SmackDown version or the Raw version, whatever version. Hope she gets a decent run with it because she's an absolutely brilliant wrestler. We got Solo Sikoa. We got Sonya Deville. We got Stacy Kibler. We got Stardust. But the DLC pack. My only problem with this is I wish they gave us the original Stardust. This version of Stardust, he started to fall down the roster, and they didn't really do much with him and give him silly things like the cosmic thing. I like the Mr. Sinister cape that he had. That was kind of cool to see, the X-Men reference from Mr. Sinister. But I would have liked to have seen the original Stardust when he was actually good, when he won the tag titles with Goldust, his brother, Dustin Rhodes. Yes, I'd have liked to seen the gold version of Stardust. I think that's the version they should have put in because that was the height of Stardust. So they should have put that version of Stardust in. We've got Stephanie McMahon. We've got Stone Cold Steve Austin unlocked behind Showcase. Excuse me, I do apologise for that. Um, yeah, we've got Stone Cold Steve Austin, Stone Cold Steve Austin 01, and Stone Cold Steve Austin 97, all locked behind Showcase mode. We've got Superstar Billy Graham. We've got Six, and again, it's the wrong render. This is not Six in the NWO. This render is Sean Waltman as X-Pac in the NWO in WWE in 2002. The model that we get is Six from the NWO in WCW. So the render should be of Sean Waltman as Six in WCW, not Sean Waltman as X-Pac in WWE. They need to get the right renders on there. And again, it just shows you the inept of the people that's doing this because they don't know their wrestling history. We've got Tamina. We got the $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase. I wish we could get IRS in it. Mike Rotunda, Bray Wyatt, and Bo Dallas's dad, IRS. Because then I could have the $1 Million Corporation, Money Inc., as a tag team. That would be great. We got Tegan Knox. We got Taya Howe. We got Tiffany Stratton. We've got Tommaso Ciampa. We got Tony D'Angelo. We got Trick Williams. We got another MyFaction there. Could that be a Triple H MyFaction? We got Triple H. We got Triple H 08. We got Trish Stratus. We got Tyler Bate. We got Tyler Breeze. We got the Ultimate Warrior unlocked behind Showcase mode. Now there is two versions of the Warrior. But it's not showing. I'll have to go into Wrestling Startup and see there. We got Umaga. We got Uncle Howdy. We got Undashing Cody Rhodes. We got The Undertaker. We got The Undertaker 03. We got The Undertaker 09 that's locked behind Showcase mode. We got The Undertaker 14 locked behind Showcase mode. We got The Undertaker 1998. Now, they missed a trick here. One, because they should have The Undertaker as they should have The Undertaker versus Triple H in the Hell in a Cell match with Shawn Michaels as special referee. They brought back special referee, which is great. What they should have done is they had The Undertaker and Triple H in the Hell in a Cell match and had Shawn Michaels and had you play as Shawn Michaels as the special referee. That would have been cool. And as you've never played as a special referee, that would have been like really cool just to, just play the match. No objectives, just referee the match. And then just hit the objective with Shawn Michaels. It's the super kick, switching music on Taker. Also, I'm disappointed that they've not got the original classic Undertaker. Simply because when I do my universe mode, before I do Raw, SmackDown, ECW, and WCW as brands, I do my character in the Indies. And one I like to have is, Fate Taker and Fate Kane, which is another reason why I wanted Kane from 97, 98. And when you get The Undertaker from 1992, 93, that era, then I could have Fate Taker and Fate Kane, which I've actually seen in real life in Fairfield Halls when I used to go watch wrestling in Croydon. Fairfield Halls every first Tuesday of the month. There. We got Vader. We got Valhalla. We got Veer Mahan. We got Wade Barrett. We got Wendy Chu. We got Wesley. We got the returning William Regal. Which is good because my other faction is the United Kingdom. And in the past it was me, William Regal, and Bulldog. And then last year we didn't have William Regal, so it was me and Bulldog. And then when we got the DLC for Wade Barrett joined us. This year we can be a foursome. We can be a 4-person group. So it'll be me, William Regal, Wade Barrett, and the British Bulldog before the British Bulldog goes joins the Art Foundation. We got Wolfgang. We got X-Pac. We've had this version of X-Pac for a while now, the red, silver, and black version. Give us the green version. Give us the original green attire, or at least give it as an alternative attire. Pretty sure when X-Pac was wearing this attire, he was cheered. He wasn't booed. He was cheered. So again, they got it wrong. Xavier Woods, Xia Li, Yokozuna, Zelina Vega, and Zoe Stark, and that's the lot. I didn't see managers here. I didn't see any managers, so we need to go find managers. But let's have a look at teams first. What teams have we got? We've got DIY. We've got Alpha and Eliza Dawn. We've got the Alpha Academy. We've got the Authority. We've got the Bloodline. Why is Paul Heyman not in there? I don't know. We've got the Brawling Brutes, who are, again, no longer together now. Sheamus is off injured. Butch is now back to Pete Dunne and is with a new tag team now. It's Tyler Bate he's with, which is a shame because Pete Dunne as Butch was interesting. He was funny. He was unhinged. But now he's gone back to the boring. I know everybody didn't like him changing into Butch, having the Butch character, but I thought it was actually quite more entertaining than just plain old Pete Dunne. So I actually preferred him being Butch. And Ridge Holland is back on NXT. We got Briggs and Jensen with Fallon Henley. We got Undertaker and Kane. They should have Paul Bearer as the manager. We got Chase U, which is Andre Chase, Duke Hudson, and Tyler Howe. We've got the Creed brothers, Brutus and Julius, with Ivy Nile. They didn't have Ivy Nile as the group last year because she was DLC. Why she couldn't automatically be put in the group once you got the DLC, I don't know. They used to be a bigger part of a faction called Diamond Mine, as you can see on their attires. Brilliant wrestlers, by the way. I don't know who else was part of the group, but there used to be in a stable called Diamond Mine, but now it's just the two of them together with Ivy Nile, and it's the Creed brothers. We got D'Angelo and Lorenzo, which are the NXT Tag Team Champions. We got an outdated Damage Control with Bayley, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky. Of course, now you've got Oscar with them as well, and you've got Kairi Sane, who's going to be a DLC, and of course Bayley's not with them either. And although it looked like Dakota Kai was going to side with Bayley, she's just turned her back on Bayley and kept with the rest of Damage Control. Whether this is a swerve and Dakota Kai is going to help Bayley win the women's title at WrestleMania against Io, we don't know. We'll have to see. But something like this, oh no, Bayley's got Damage Control on her attire, ain't she? I was going to say you could just take Bayley out, put in Oscar, put in Kairi when you get the DLC, but Bayley's actually got Damage Control on her attire. If she hasn't, I know on the road it says Damage Control, but if it doesn't actually say Damage Control on her attire, you can easily take her out there, or you can just go to Community Creations. I'm sure there'll be an alternative Bayley attire that you can put on, and then you can just take her out of Damage Control. We got Gallus there, Mark Kofi, Wolfgang, and Joe Kofi. We got the Heart Foundation, and again, it shows you that these people don't know anything. At this time, the Heart Foundation was a tag team. And although you had the Heart Foundation in the stable in 97, that version of the British Bulldog was not in it. This is British Bulldog from 1992, not British Bulldog from 1997. If you wanted Bulldog as part of 1997, then you could have, one, done an alternative tyre, or two, done a separate model for the British Bulldog. So you had two Bulldogs, the 92 version and the 97 version where you had the shorter hair. and then that version could be with the Heart Foundation. So I will correct that. I'll take Bulldog out and I will put Natty in for my universe. So Natty is the manager for her dad and Uncle Brett. Another thing that frustrates me is the Bulldogs United Kingdom cow there. You can't actually use that on anybody else. I don't know why. It's exclusive to Bulldog, which is annoying because in my universe, when I start the United Kingdom, me and Bulldog start off as a tag team before Wade and William join, and then I could have done a similar attire to the Bulldog, and then I could have done the same with William Regal and Wade Barrett. They both wear shorts, so they'd have United Kingdom shorts, but with the Union Jack cow behind them as they come into the ring. So that's really annoying that that's locked just for Bulldog and you can't use it for anybody else. So that's really annoying, to be honest. We've got Imperium with the Intercontinental Champion Gunther, as well as Giovanni Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser. We've got Indashira. We've got the Judgment Day, of course. A bit outdated because Dom's not the NXT North American Champion anymore. We do have the Women's World Champion, Rhea Ripley, and the Undisputed Tag Team Champions with both Raw and SmackDown belts, Judgment Day. We've got Katana Chance and Kaden Carter, the Women's Tag Team Champions. We've got Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. We've got the Latino World Order, the LWO. But of course, Santos Escobar is not a part of them anymore. Easily fixed, of course. If he's got the LWO t-shirt, then you just take it off him, really, don't you? In the attires, you just take the t-shirt off, and then you can join him up with Los Lotharios, who he's with now, as Jacqueline, Cruz, and Santos as part of a different group. And then Zelina's joined them, and then they all joined up with Ray and became the LWO. While Santos is no longer part of the LWO, he's part of what his old group used to be called, and he's joined up with Los Lotharios, Humberto Carrillo, and Angel Garza. So again, that's an easy fix to put in with them. The New Day, the New World Order. So they've taken out NWO Kevin Nash and Scott Hall and just put the regular Kevin Nash and Scott Hall in with them. Crowd reaction cheer. Crowd reaction should be boo. The OC, Pippin Niven and Chelsea Green. Pretty Deadly. The Steiner Brothers, the Street Profits, the two dudes with attitude. Now they got the crowd reaction to boo. Yet the Shawn Michaels 94, they've got crowd reaction to cheer. How the does that make sense? It doesn't make sense. The Viking Raiders and Weapons of Mass Destruction, John Cena 20 Saturday Night Main Event, and Bray Wyatt 20 Saturday Night Main Event. Again, that and the two dudes with attitude is locked behind showcase mode. I'll have to play around with the factions here and tag teams for when I start my universe mode. Let's go to play. Let's go to one-on-one. Yes, there is alternative attire for Cody Rhodes. You've got Cody Rhodes 39 as well as normal Cody Rhodes. So there is alternative attires. You've got Charlotte Flair and Charlotte Flair 39 as well as Charlotte Flair 19. I said they could have all been put together, really. Who else might have an alternative attire? Bray Wyatt 20, you got the Firefly Funhouse, and of course you got Bray Wyatt 20 WrestleMania 30. So that's put in the same. Who else might have alternative time? Bianca Belair, you got Bianca Belair 39 and original, and of course 17 could have been put in and could have been all together there. You got Bad Bunny and Bad Bunny Backlash 23. mean, just why? Just a waste of space. That could have been used for an actual wrestler. I like the way when he debuted in WWE, they said he was what is it? The biggest selling artist in the world. No, I'd never heard of him before he joined WWE, so obviously not the biggest selling artist in the entire world. Maybe in the Latino community, which is absolutely fine. Nothing wrong with that. But he wasn't known worldwide until he joined WWE. That's a fact. Oh, William Regal's got a manager attire. It's cool. Well, he's got his WrestleMania 6. One thing that annoys me is the paint on the chest they've put as body tattoo. Same with Finn Balor's, so it doesn't wear out like the face paint does, which is wrong. It's paint, it's not a tattoo. So why it's under body tattoos, I do not know. Again, something that they've not fixed for years, which should have been. It's just stupid. You got Roman Reigns 39 in there as well. Have we gone past S? I think we have gone past S, haven't we? I need to check out Scott Hall. Ah, there it is. They put it under alternative attire instead of separate. See, they can do it because Scott Hall there in the NWO looks different to later on. This is Scott Hall 1996, and this is Scott Hall 1998, I would guess. So you can see big difference in the looks, but they've changed. But they've put it as an alternative attire, so it means they could have done it with other people as well, like Bianca Belair, like I said. The only other person I could think, that means they would have done it with Kevin Nash. Yeah, there's Kevin Nash, and as you can see, there's difference with the hair and the beard, it's different colour, but they have done it as alternative attire. Macho Man Randy Savage, yes, you got his WrestleMania 5 there as well, as well as his WrestleMania 3. Of course, whether they put that Macho King as an alternative title or as a separate model together, I do not know. Probably separate, because I think it'll be different actions coming down to the ring. And the other one more person to check is Diesel. And yes, you got normal Diesel, and you got his WrestleMania 10 attire as well, which is cool. As alternative attire. So, oh, let's check out managers. Have they got managers here? Let's just see who other. Let's have manager. Or manager. So managers. We've got Adam Pearce. Oh no, it's just going to go down there. We've got B-Fab. She's not a playable character. She's only a manager. But oh, it's not going to show the actual managers. Oh, there we go. No. Oh yes, we have. We've got Adam Pearce, B-Fab, Bobby the Brain Heenan, Kathy Kelly, Mick Foley, Miss Elizabeth, who's got a WrestleMania 5 attire and WrestleMania 3 attire. We got Paul Bearer, Paul Heyman, Theodore Long. So there's your managers. I was hoping the SmackDown general manager would have been in there as well, but I'm running out of time. I've been talking for nearly an hour. Can you believe that? I just talked about an hour just on this. So I'm going to go because the video's going to cut off. 30. Less than 30 seconds. So thank you very much. Let me know about your thoughts on the roster. You know, I'd like to see more people added. IRS, Demolition, Axe Smash and Crush, Mighty Jannetty, Bam Bam Bigelow, Papa Shango, them to have returns. Anyway, Let me know what you think about the comments. Who would you like to see join WWE 2K25 next year, or even patched in? Feel free to let me know in the comments. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and see you in the next one. Goodbye. Hit that bell.